And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Lamel Family Field. It's fall break here on the Brevard College campus, so a break from academics for the students, many of whom have headed home or on perhaps a little vacation. But meanwhile, fall sports is still in full swing here at Brevard College, and we'll have some action for you this evening as the women's soccer team will take on a local rival, the Warren Wilson College Owls, who make the trip from Swannanoa, North Carolina. So we'll have the Owls and the Tornadoes women's soccer action coming up in approximately 14 minutes. Some new faces in the starting lineup for the Tornadoes. Mackenzie Lozano will be the starting goalkeeper. Kaylin Prestosh, also Chantal Commonsin, part of that starting lineup. Gina Draus, Lena Hatter, Rachel Trifoli, Livia Gricewood, Hillary Schmitz, Emma Murray, Emily Howe, and Camden Pacheco. Those are your starters for Brevard College. Sabine Costello-Sanders, part of the starting lineup for Warren Wilson, along with Lizzie Potter, Layla Ross, Piper Gross, Kira Collins, Ivy Fitzsimmons, Madison Date, Emily Fredrickson, Rebecca Owen, Belle Carden, and Callie Ernie gets the start in goal for the Owls. So those are your starting lineups. Do want to mention the weather. Some of the cooler weather we've seen thus far here in Brevard, North Carolina. Currently 52 degrees. It feels colder than that because there's considerable wind at times, currently blowing from right to left from the west. And by the time this game ends, we'll certainly be in the 40s and overnight lows even into the 30s potentially tonight. But what a time of year here in the mountains of the western North Carolina. The leaves are popping, and just a beautiful place to be in October. Glad you're able to join us wherever you might be tuning in from. We'll have Owls and Tornadoes women's soccer coming up shortly. Glad you're able to join us for this edition of Brevard College Women's Soccer. A lot of excitement during the pregame introductions. The reason why the Augusta Rapids, a area youth team, is in the house and supporting the Tornadoes. Augusta FC Rapids. And we are just moments from getting started. Tornadoes in their home white uniforms with the blue numerals, blue lettering, white shorts. Warren Wilson, the visiting Owls, in the navy blue with the green numbers. And right away, the Tornadoes trying a little long ball off the opening kickoff. It's Commonson with a touch early on. Here's Lena Hatter. Olivia Gricewood. Seeing some different names than what we're used to in the starting lineup. Great to see in this non-conference affair. Quite a few players getting their first career collegiate start this evening as Commonson passes it back. Pacheco with the pressure for the Tornadoes. Pacheco with a through ball up ahead to Prestosh. And played out of bounds by the Owls defender. Like Kira Collins there defensively for the Owls. Drouse able to find Prestosh, but that's going to be an offsides on the Tornadoes. Free kick coming back the other way. Actually, it was Piper Gross on the defensive side playing that left back position for the Owls. Prestosh plays it back to Drouse. Howe swinging it over. Nice switch on the defensive side. Gricewood using Hatter back to Gricewood. And it'll be a throw-in for the Owls on that far sideline. Sun starting set here at Islamel Family Field. A crisp October afternoon going into evening. Here's Drouse. Nice job by Gross taking it away for the Owls. And controlling things once again will be the Tornadoes defensively. Emily Howe playing that center back position. Sort of a sweeper type look. Here's Pacheco, freshman from Charlotte. Pacheco playing it forward. Down that right wing had the idea of trying to find freshman Kaylin Prestosh. Several freshmen in the starting lineup, including Prestosh and Schmitz, Murray, Howe, Pacheco. Gina Drouse as well. Nifty move there by Schmitz, and then Schmitz firing off a shot. Just wide, so first shot of the game coming from the Tornadoes. Tornadoes undefeated this season on the home field, the friendly confines of Islamel Family Field. 4 wins, no losses, 1 tie here at home. 7-4-2 overall on the season. This a non-conference game. Tornadoes currently sitting 3-2-2 in conference play. Gricewood. Hatter. Back to Gricewood. Really showing some nice patience on that back line to find the open midfielder. That was Pacheco. Pacheco with an ambitious ball there was looking for Schmitz. Now taken away by the Nados. Here's Prestosh. Prestosh was trying to serve that in, but Blocked by Piper Gross. Pacheco with a nifty move. She's going to play it back conservatively to Gricewood. Well, a lot happening, even though it's fall break here at Brevard College. So class is not in session, but fall sports in full swing. Basketball teams in practice as well. And we'll be catching you up on all around the world of tornado athletics throughout this broadcast. Meanwhile, shot there, blocked by a Warren Wilson Owl. Hillary Schmitz firing away. She's also from Charlotte, the freshman, Mountain Island Charter School. So the first corner kick of the contest for either team. It'll be Prestage. Prestage serving it into that goal mouth. And it's going to be collected by the goalkeeper for Warren Wilson, Callie Ernie. Ernie, sophomore out of Marshall, North Carolina. Here in the western North Carolina mountains. Lizzie Potter with a touch there for the Owls. And collected yet again by Gricewood. Uses Hatter. Hatter pushing it up to head to Trifoli. $38.50 to play. Half number one. No score. There's been 3 shots, all by the Tornadoes. And an ambitious shot there goes through the football goalpost. That was Pacheco. And ball goes out of bounds there. It'll be Tornadoes on the throw-in. Gina Drouse. And then that ball bounces off a Warren Wilson defender. It was Lizzie Potter, so it'll be a corner kick for the Tornadoes. Kaylin Prestage will do the honors again. And then several Tornadoes in the goal mouth area ready to run onto this Prestage service. But nice job by the goalkeeper, Callie Ernie, going up high and coming down with it there. She pushes her field players forward. Gives the ball a solid punt that bounces beyond midfield, but it's going to go all the way back to the Tornado goalkeeper. First touch of the game for Mackenzie Lozano. Starting goalkeeper this evening, the sophomore from St. Petersburg, Florida, St. Petersburg High School. Here's Prestage. Defended there by Ivy Fitzsimmons. Hillary Schmitz. And then a whistle and a foul. Schmitz took down the defender after she took the ball away. Be Warren Wilson with a free kick way back in their own territory. 51 degrees. It'll drop lower than that before we're done here. Lights are on in anticipation of the sun setting, which it's starting to make its way beyond the mountains here at the Pisgah National Forest. Meanwhile, here come the NATOs. Blasted away by the Warren Wilson defense, and meanwhile, Gricewood's going to play it back to Lozano. Scanning her options, and she's going to play it wide to Gina Drouse. Drouse up the sideline to Prestage. Prestage keeps it in play. Commonson up ahead. And Shot there by Rachel Trefoli. So nice piece of offense there. Opportunity for Trefoli. Trefoli, the junior from Wilmington, North Carolina. Far other end of the state. Transferred to Brevard from North Greenville College. Meanwhile, 35-12 to play here. No score. Here's Drouse. Prestage. They'll give and go there with Pacheco trying to get it back to Prestage, but taken away by Warren Wilson defensively. That was Fitzsimmons again. And now cleared out by the Warren Wilson defense. It's going to be a throw-in for the NATOs. Brevard College under the direction of head coach Juan Mascaro Sr., his 8th year coaching the women's soccer team as the head coach. His experience at Brevard dates back even further than that. Associate head coach Juan Mascaro Jr. in his 2nd year in that role. Assistant coach Sally Riggin. Goalkeepers coach is Rebecca Rojas. Riggin, Mascaro Jr., and Rojas, all Brevard College alumni. Do want to also mention student manager Ava Doherty, all the work that she does behind the scenes, and also athletic trainer Noah Reisig, working hard to keep the Tornadoes healthy, head athletic trainer for Brevard College. Schmidt's trying to make something happen on that far side. It'll be a throw-in for the Tornadoes. Lena Hatter, senior from India Atlantic, Florida, which ironically enough is in Brevard County, Florida. You know, every once in a while you hear people perhaps get the two places confused. The town, Brevard, North Carolina, naturally where Brevard College is, and the county in Florida. India Atlantic, Melbourne, Florida, all part of Brevard County, Florida. So Lena Hatter, that rare player who goes from one Brevard to another. Meanwhile, under 33 minutes to play, still scoreless. Tornadoes with 5 shots. Warren Wilson yet to attempt a shot. Lozano's had a couple touches, but they've all been just like this, on easy passes back from her defenders. Opening here for the Tornadoes attackers. Gina Drouse. Pacheco firing from distance. Very ambitious shot there. That's like a half-court shot in basketball. From way downtown, as they say. 6 shots now for the NATOs. It'll be a goal kick for Callie Ernie. Getting up high in the air there was Pacheco, headed out of bounds. Throw in here for Piper Gross of the Warren Wilson Owls. She was trying to use her teammate Potter. The ball bounces out of bounds. It'll be a Tornado throw in. Gina Drouse will do the honors. Drouse plays it short to Emma Murray. And it'll be now a throw-in for Warren Wilson. So trading throw-ins back and forth here on this near sideline. Schmitz brings it down. Prestage attracting a lot of attention from those Warren Wilson defenders. Here's Lena Hatter pushing up nicely. Hatter once again. Gricewood switching the field nicely, finding Pacheco in the midfield. Nicely done. Emma Murray. And scooped up yet again by Ernie, the goalkeeper. Fall break here on the campus of Brevard College. Women's soccer action. Got volleyball action tomorrow. Well, men's and women's soccer both on Saturday afternoon along with volleyball. Actually, 3 different senior days all going down, all 3 of those sports. Men's soccer, women's soccer, and volleyball. That's Saturday afternoon. Then a JV football game on Sunday if you want even more action before the fall break ends. Ball is played forward, but it's going to be a Warren Wilson throw-in. Under 30 minutes to play now, still scoreless. On a gorgeous yet crisp fall Monday evening. Rare Monday event. Typically, we're getting ready to put on an edition of Tornado Talk, but happily preempted by this kind of action for these student athletes. Women's soccer this evening at Brevard College. Tornado Talk will resume next Monday night on the 23rd of October. Meanwhile, playing it back there is Pacheco. Gricewood, light touch there to Lozano. Lozano up ahead. Murray plays it back nicely to Hatter. Then Hatter. And that's going to be offsides on the Tornadoes. Here's Costello Sanders. One of the best opportunities so far for Warren Wilson. Furthest we've seen their offensive attack down the field. Drouse was there defensively. Also Gricewood in the neighborhood. It's going to be a throw-in for the Owls. Deep in the attacking zone. Here come the Tornadoes, potential counterattack opportunity. Schmitz plays it forward. Nicely done defensively. That was Ivy Fitzsimmons saving a big opportunity for the Tornadoes. Now, meanwhile, the Owls on a counterattack of their own. So it'll be a goal kick for the Nados. First goal kick so far for BC. Gina Drouse. Pacheco. Commonson. Here's Schmitz. Hillary Schmitz trying to make something happen. Got to hand it to the Warren Wilson defense. Playing stout on the back end. Despite some pressure from the Tornado on several opportunities. And firing off a shot there. That had a lot of power behind it. Also, one of those nice line drives, just a couple yards off the ground, but tough angle. Trying to squeeze it in there on the near post. 26 minutes and counting. Half number 1. No score here at Islamel Family Field. Warren Wilson making the short trip from nearby Swannanoa, North Carolina. Here's Hatter. Pacheco. Drouse. And scooped up there by Ernie. She's been active so far. 2 saves, but has been in the middle of a lot of the action. And good-looking punt there. Played in the air by Chantel Commonson. Battling for it there is Murray. Commonson then plays it back to Howell. Howell with a touch to Gricewood. Gricewood finding Hatter. Tornadoes do a nice job moving around that defense. 24-25 and counting. Still haven't seen a substitute for either side. I mean, as we mentioned, number of Tornadoes making their first career collegiate start this evening. Non-conference play, so have to assume that's part of the thinking from the Tornado coaching staff. Under 24 minutes to play. Half number 1. And that'll result in a Warren Wilson goal kick. Drouse. Kamazin. Drouse once again. Drouse plays it forward. And then played out of bounds. Be a Tornado throw in deep in the attacking zone. It'll be Gina Drouse. Here's Schmitz. Drouse plays it back to Gricewood conservatively as Tornadoes will reset from the back. 22-20 to play. Half number 1. Firing off a shot there and wide. It'll be Warren Wilson with the goal kick. We have our first sub getting ready to check in the scores table area. It looks like it's going to be a Warren Wilson Al. Angie Small getting set to go. She's a junior from St. Louis, Missouri. Gricewood. So Small checks in. Costello Sanders checks out. Well, tomorrow be sure to join us for volleyball action. That's 6 p.m. at the Bosch. Tornadoes facing off against Salem. Pacheco. Trying to play it forward to Trifoli. Trifoli's able to gather it keep this offense and this possession going. Gricewood swings it around to Drouse. Drouse, covering some ground herself, now plays it forward. Now a through ball to Prestage. Prestage in the Owl defender battling like Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons has been a steady force on that defense so far. Tornadoes have knocked on the door several times. Still yet to find the back of the net. Emma Murray hit the turf. The Tornadoes faithful wanted a foul, potentially a penalty kick in that situation, but not the case. Drouse, nice job. Beats two defenders. Drouse with the pink boots. And offside is the call, so going back the other way, Warren Wilson will have a free kick. Well, we mentioned volleyball on Tuesday. Saturday is a jam-packed day with tennis action, women's soccer right here at Islamel Family Field versus Mary Baldwin. That's senior day, where the senior class will be honored. Also volleyball versus Meredith, 2 p.m. in the Bosch. Senior day for the volleyball squad as well. Men's soccer will follow the women's soccer game. That's a 3 o'clock start. Make that 3:30 actually here at Islamel Family Field. So double your pleasure with the soccer product here at Brevard College if you come out on Saturday. Tornado faithful wanting a call there, asking for the handball. To clarify the rule, if a ball is served to the goalkeeper by the feet of a player on such goalkeeper's team, on their own team, goalkeeper can't pick it up, cannot pick it up with their hands, and that's what the Tornado faithful were asking for there, a handball, which would have been a crucial call in this scoreless affair so far. Drouse. Pacheco. Gricewood. Emily Howe, she's the freshman from Asheville, Enka High School. Through ball there, looking for Prestage, but nobody home. And it'll be another goal kick for Warren Wilson. And JV football on Sunday, as Tornadoes JV football team. It's an off week for the Brevard College varsity football team with a hot 4-0 start in USA South Conference play, just rolling. 4 straight wins, the Tornadoes. Ethan Beamish, quarterback for the Tornadoes, named USA South Conference Offensive Player of the Week just a few hours ago. Congratulations to Tornadoes football, Ethan Beamish as well. And Quintrell Bowman on the defensive side, winning USA South Conference Defensive Football Player of the Week. Meanwhile, here come the Tornadoes. Big opportunity. And trying to serve it in there with a aggressive cross was Pacheco. She had a attacker running on. But once again, the goalkeeper for Warren Wilson, Ernie, coming up with a big play. Continuing to preserve this shutout. We've played almost 30 minutes of scoreless soccer. And there she is again, Ernie. Nice awareness of where the penalty box line is as well. Had she picked that up a couple yards further up, would have been a handball. Drouse. Check that. Howell. Gricewood. Hatter. Trifoli plays it forward. Chantal Commonson battling for the Tornadoes. We've got a couple of subs for the Tornadoes getting ready to go meanwhile. Looks like Lily Teague and also Annie Peacock getting ready to go. Also see Tayton Fowler for the Warren Wilson Owls set to check in. Here's Pacheco. Pacheco playing it forward. Was looking for Trifoli. And once again, Ernie. Cool under the collar. Goalkeeper for the Owls thus far. Howe. Looking for a bit of a long ball here, and it's a successful one right to the feet of Hillary Schmitz. So the aforementioned substitutes have now entered the contest. Peacock and Teague for the NATOs. Tatum Fowler, senior from Lexington, Kentucky. Lafayette High School into the match for the Owls. And that was an ambitious shot for the Tornadoes. And another save for Ernie. Now 9 shots on the board for the Tornadoes. 0 have found the back of the net. See this throughout collegiate soccer quite a bit. You know, one team putting up a big shot total. The finishing is such an important part of the game. Gricewood steps up nicely. Here's Drouse. Peacock, fresh legs for the Tornadoes. Peacock again, battling against Gross. Be a Tornado throw-in, Gina Drouse. Drouse. I'm going to play it forward there to Teague. Teague with a shot. Ernie once again lassoing it in. Ernie wearing the deep purple goalkeeper jersey. Foul there on the Tornadoes. This will be a free kick for Warren Wilson. First opportunity for the Owls. Any sort of set piece. It'll be Ivy Fitzsimmons. She sends it into the goal mouth. Volleyed out by Howell. Angie Small getting a touch there. Kamenson now playing it forward. Looking for Peacock along that right wing. Unable to make that connection. Meanwhile, opportunity there was a misplay by Ernie. Peacock had it momentarily. Now Gross will play it forward for the Owls. Here's Potter. Mackenzie Lozano is going to lasso it in. Now while Ernie wears the deep purple, Lozano, all orange, head to toe, with the exception of the boots. Great atmosphere this evening. The Augusta FC Rapids youth team is in attendance. Certainly make a factor in cheering on these Tornadoes. Still scoreless here, 9 minutes, 34 seconds to play, first half. Drouse. Peacock. Played out of bounds there. Nicely done by Kira Collins. Drouse looking for Teague. Fitzsimmons heads it defensively. Here's Gricewood. Ball bounces back and forth. It'll result in a Warren Wilson throw-in. Another sub here for the Owls. So Maddie Hendry is checked in for Warren Wilson. She's the junior from Clyde, North Carolina, Pisgah High School. Fitzsimmons. Eight minutes, 15 seconds left to play. Half number one. Well, do want to also tell you about the USA Cycling Mountain Bike National Championships, which concluded yesterday. Incredible showing by the Brevard College Tornadoes. 5 individual national championships by Tornado racers. A second place overall team finish. So the second best team in the country this season, Brevard College. Big congratulations to the Tornadoes cycling program. Outstanding showing at the national championships, which were just down the street at Ride Rock Creek in Zirconia, North Carolina. Tornadoes taking advantage of that home field advantage and paying off with a big showing. If you want to read all about it and see all the results, it's the lead story right now on bctornadoes.com. A lot of drama throughout the weekend, and ultimately just some incredible results. 5 individual national championships, more than any other school in the country in terms of individual national titles. Cole Punchard, Cameron Mader, and Nicole Bradbury combining for the 5 individual national titles. Check it out at bctornadoes.com. Meanwhile, under 7 minutes to play here, scoreless. NATOs and Owls. Bit of a crosstown rivalry. Owls make the trip here to Brevard, and Brevard reciprocates across several different sports. In lacrosse in particular, these two schools have created rivalries. The Ridge rivalry, also the Battle of the Blue Ridge. A trophy gets handed back and forth depending on which team wins that year's match. Brevard currently holding both trophies. Shot there. Big time shot there. Big shot there. I believe it was Pacheco who fired away. Meanwhile, counterattack for Warren Wilson. Tornadoes need to be careful here. Drouse is going to try to handle matters herself. And it'll remain Warren Wilson ball. That was one of the best opportunities we've seen so far. The shot attempt by Pacheco. Firing off that shot. Warren Wilson just 36 miles away from campus to campus. Little under an hour drive. Find your way to I-26 from Brevard and then head east on I-40 and a few exits up. Swannanoa, North Carolina. .435 to play. A scoreless first half that the Tornadoes have dominated both in possession, in what sector of the field the ball has been, in the shot total naturally, an 11-0 advantage there. Here's Peacock. And Warren Wilson again, tough defensively. There's a whistle, and that's going to go Warren Wilson's direction. So for a moment you thought that foul could have gone against Warren Wilson, but the foul actually on Peacock of the Tornadoes as we're under the 4-minute mark now. Great to see Brevard College President Brad Andrews and First Lady Trish Andrews in the house. Appreciate all their support for Brevard College athletics. Meanwhile, 3:33 left to play, half number 1. Tornadoes would love nothing more but to find the back of the net before the end of this first half. Now under 3 minutes to play. Counterattack opportunity here for the Owls. However, Gricewood and also Emily Howe able to sweep things up. Here's Drouse. Up ahead to Trifoli. Trifoli has switched sides with Peacock. Trifoli now on the right wing, Peacock on the left. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left, half number 1. Another throw in for the Tornadoes. See if they can hustle here in this final 2 minutes and change. Great to see members of the Brevard College women's basketball team as Tornadoes women's basketball getting ready for the start of their season. Preseason practice continuing through fall break here at Brevard College. Meanwhile, Tornadoes thought they had something going. 90 seconds left, first half. Warren Wilson again, sort of a bend but don't break mentality defensively. Now 80 seconds left in the first half. Ernie again, she's done a good job. You know, she's had her share of saves, 5 of them, but she's done a really nice job stepping into some of those crosses and just kind of cutting them off, intercepting them midstream. So 1 minute remaining in the first half here at Islamel Family Field. Now down to the final 35 seconds as Mackenzie Lozano scoops up the soccer ball and is going to give it a ride here, but not sure if either team will be able to get something going as we're down to the final 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Your score at the end of the first half, Tornado 0, Owl 0. So your score at the end of the first half, Tornado 0, Owl 0. There is a injury on the far side of the field, so we'll get that sorted out as well. But glad you're able to join us. Owls and Tornadoes in action here. Tornadoes with an 11-0 shot advantage. And the two teams will regroup for the second half. Scoreless here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. Stick with us.
It's important to study English because
history
Back here at Islamel Family Field, as the first half has concluded, getting ready for second half action. Some stats from the opening half. Pretty one-sided on the stat sheet. 11 shots for the Tornadoes, no shots for Warren Wilson. Camden Pacheco leading the way for the Tornadoes with 4 of those 11 shots. Also, Emily Howe with a pair of shots. Also, Hillary Schmitz, Gina Draus, Rachel Trefoli, Lily Teague, each with shots as well. 5 of the 11 shots for the Tornadoes were on goal, resulting in 5 saves for who I thought was maybe the best player in that first half, Callie Ernie, the goalkeeper for Warren Wilson. Not only the 5 saves, but really did a nice job on several crosses for the Tornadoes that could have resulted in offensive opportunities, but she was able to intercept those. But the Tornado defense has done a great job in its own right, completely blanking Warren Wilson. Mackenzie Lozano, a first half shutout for the NATOs, the sophomore from St. Petersburg, Florida. Also defenders such as Lena Hatter, Olivia Gricewood, Emily Howe, Gina Draus as well on that defensive side. Only saw 3 corner kicks. All 3 were by the Tornadoes. And not too many whistles in this one, as the Tornadoes with 3 fouls compared to just 1 for the NATOs. So getting closer and closer to the start of the second half. Tornadoes and Owls. So back underway as Warren Wilson will start with the possession here to start the second half. And an early whistle there. We mentioned how few fouls there were. Well, there was a foul there in the first 18 seconds of this one in the second half. And a free kick here for Warren Wilson right around midfield as the sun has now set here at Islamel Family Field. Lights are on. And ultimately, that ball goes from end to end and scooped up by Callie Ernie. And another opportunity for the Tornadoes, who are upping the pressure. Here's Peacock. Some nifty dribbling by Peacock. She now plays it back to Hatter. Hatter serves it forward. A lot of young players, newcomers on the field for the Tornadoes in this one, with the exception of Lena Hatter, the senior. Also, Olivia Gricewood, the junior, has a lot of experience in a Tornado uniform as well. But outside of that, the majority of the players, either relative newcomers or freshmen in some cases. Non-conference affair And free kick here for the Tornadoes. This will be a compelling opportunity. Emily Howe scanning her options. Pacheco is on the left wing. There's a couple of Tornado attackers right in the center. She plays it towards that center. And ultimately off ahead of a Tornado attacker. That was Lily Teague. Ball bounces out of bounds. It'll be Tornado throw-in. Lena Hatter plays it back to Gricewood. Here's Emily Howell. Big boot here coming from Ernie. As she tries to flip the field here, it bounces across midfield. Gricewood. Pacheco. Pacheco. Trifoli. Nice little give and go there. Prestosh in the middle of all that, but ultimately scooped up again by Ernie. Played over 4 minutes here in this second half. Score continues to remain 0-0. Gricewood. Peacock. Annie Peacock, sophomore out of Tallahassee, Florida. Lawton Childs High School. Lawton Childs, longtime senator and also governor of Florida. Namesake of the high school that Annie Peacock comes from. The capital of the Sunshine State, Tallahassee. 39-12 to play. Half number 2. Still scoreless. Well, once again, big congratulations to the Brevard College mountain bike team. As shot here, and that was a compelling cross. Peacock was making a run towards that near post, but Ernie was once again there. As Pacheco plays this forward, but scoot out of bounds. So Brevard College cycling program under the direction of head coach Brad Purley, big congratulations. Number 2 in the nation in mountain bikes after this weekend's USA Cycling Collegiate Mountain Bike National Championship. 5 individual cycling national championships. Just an outstanding showing by the Tornadoes. A full recap story can be found on bctornadoes.com if you want to give that a read and really dig deep into all those results and how the Tornadoes fared, which was awfully well. Meanwhile, still scoreless here On paper, this a considerable mismatch. The Owls 0-8-1 on the season. And Brevard 7-4-2 overall. Also, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Brevard undefeated at home, 4-0-1 at home. And looks like several substitutes are getting set to check in. So, mass substitutions for the Tornadoes. Great work by the support staff here in the press box to keep all that straight. We'll try to sort it out for you as Chiara Porcelli is now in the contest. Also, Haley Kenny. Just saw a ball there from Channing Barker. Austin Huffman has entered the contest, number 9. Grace Black as well. Michaela Zavekin, number 19. Emma Murray, who was part of that original starting lineup, she's back into the match. So with 35 minutes, we're seeing several Tornadoes starters, regular starters, that is, who we see throughout the regular season so far, entering the contest here and seeing if the Tornadoes can preserve their undefeated streak at home, but also get their 8th overall win on the season here against Warren Wilson. But down to 34 minutes, 30 seconds left to play, a 13-0 shot advantage, but Tornadoes still yet to find the back of the net. We'll see if this new personnel perhaps makes a difference. Much of the defense has stayed the same with Gricewood, Howell, Drouse still along the backside, and right on cue, here's Howell. $33.40 to play here. Zavekin winning that 50-50 ball. And a whistle there. It's going to be a Warren Wilson free kick after a Tornado foul. Warren Wilson trying to get something going. Intercepted there by Porcelli. Haley Kenny coming up with the loose ball. Here's Porcelli. Porcelli considering her options in that midfield. Plays it back to Drouse. Here's Zavekin. Kayla Zavekin, the sophomore from Draper, Utah. 32 minutes, 20 seconds left. Porcelli serves that into the goal mouth. Scooped up once again by Ernie. Temperature continuing to drop here. Certainly you would think would be a factor for these student athletes. Most of the season's been played, and you would even consider hot weather for most of the games here this season at Isla Family Field. Currently 47 degrees, and that temperature is dropping. Decent wind at the moment as well. Currently at the back of the Tornadoes, tailwind. Cross into the box there, but played out by the Warren Wilson defense. Got to hand it to Warren Wilson under the head coach Heather Davis. A couple subs coming meanwhile. So Autumn Wright checks in for Brevard College, and also Maeve Williams, freshman out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Autumn Wright, the senior out of Elliott City, Maryland. She'll be honored along with the rest of the senior class. On the roster, seniors for the Tornadoes: Abby Mayer, Abby Warzencroft, Grace Black, Chantal Commonson, Channing Barker, Tay Brown, Lena Hatter, Autumn Wright. Sensational senior class. They'll be honored on Saturday. Meanwhile, substitute getting set to check in. That's Tatum Fowler. Speaking of seniors, senior from Lexington, Kentucky for the Owls. Meanwhile, here come the NATOs. So Fowler checks in. Tornadoes continuing to knock on the door, but still unable to find the back of the net. Pacheco. Autumn Wright, fresh legs, plays it forward. It'll bounce out of bounds, however. Will be Owls with the throw-in. Next up for the Tornadoes, we mentioned Senior Day on Saturday. Well, before that, on Wednesday in Toccoa, Georgia, it's the resumption of an earlier game between Toccoa Falls and the Tornadoes that was played way back on September the 9th. If you remember this one, it was halted due to weather conditions, lightning. Delay after delay after delay, and eventually that match was halted. The Tornadoes at halftime with a 4-0 lead. Meanwhile, here come the NATOs. Grace Black on the move. Black cuts to her right. Black still going. Black firing off a shot, and Ernie will scoop it up. So that game against Toccoa Falls, 4-0 at halftime. Lightning delays. Eventually they say, we're not getting this in. The weather's just too poor that evening, and the lightning and the thunderstorms aren't going to end. So they call the game that night, but the agreement was that the game would be resumed. And so here we are over a month later, and the game will be resumed with the Tornadoes with a 4-0 lead. It will be at 4 o'clock in Toccoa, Georgia. That's this Wednesday. And then Saturday, back here at Islamel Family Field for Senior Day versus Mary Baldwin. That's a 1 p.m. start. And there's one more home game in the regular season. That's against Johnson of Wales 8 days from now, Tuesday, October 24th. Meanwhile, corner kick here for the NATOs. So NATO's looking to capitalize. And there's the goal for the NATOs. Emily Howe with the finish. So Emily Howe with the finish with 26:36 to play. And a bit of a sigh of relief after this game's just been scoreless for so long. And now continuing the pressure, the NATOs, Pacheco. But Emily Howe, the freshman from Asheville, North Carolina. Her first career goal as a collegiate player. So congratulations, Emily Howe. And as it sits now, that's the game winner. The Tornadoes can continue to shut out Warren Wilson, which they've been doing with ease on the defensive side throughout this match. And we got a stoppage for an injury. So back to action here at Islamel Family Field. Stepping off is Ivy Fitzsimmons. She's been a big part of this Warren Wilson defense, but Tornadoes finally able to break away there. Goal by Emily Howe, her first career goal as a collegiate player. Credit the assist to Michaela Zavekin. Real fan favorite here at Islamel Family Field. And starting to get a little nervous. You could sense here the crowd at Islamel Family Field with the game still 0-0. As Fitzsimmons checks back in, good to see that she's okay. In this crosstown rivalry, Brevard and Warren Wilson. Always fun when these two teams square off. A 16-0 shot advantage. That's really tells the story, what we were saying in terms of the defensive domination by the NATOs, not allowing anything from Warren Wilson. It would take a pretty spectacular counterattack or perhaps a big mistake by the Tornadoes to even give Warren Wilson, it seems like, an offensive opportunity. That's why that goal by Emily Howe was so big. 24-10 to play second half. Time ticking away. Now, that being said, the Tornadoes would love nothing more but an insurance goal. Find the back of the net once again, and you can feel that much better about things. Pacheco. Check that. It was Porcelli with that last takeaway. .23:30 to play. Corner kick from Zavekin. Emily Howe heads it home. Finds the back of the net, and Tornadoes just like that ahead. 1-0. That's been the difference so far. Here's Porcelli. Porcelli weaving in between defenders. Was trying to find Grace Black on a cross. Ball bounces out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the NATO. So another opportunity. This was how the NATO scored first time around. It'll be Zavekin once again with the service. Autumn Wright tried to get ahead on it. Now firing away a shot. Austin Huffman. How do you do? Oh, my. What a beautiful half volley from Huffman. "22 minutes and counting. Zavekin on that far sideline. Here's Hal coming off her first collegiate goal. She plays it back to Lozano. Lozano using Gricewood. Gricewood finding Channing Barker. Barker up ahead. Nicely done there. Emma Murray. Here's Grace Black. Black cutting back to her right. Black firing away. That shot's wide to the left. A nice offensive possession there for the NATOs. Meanwhile, sub here for Warren Wilson. So Carden checks in for the Owls. She's the junior from Wilson, North Carolina. .20 minutes, 40 seconds left. Half number 2. 1-0 Tornadoes on top. Ernie's been doing that all game long. Across from the Tornadoes, she's able to intercept it. That time, Black was the incoming attacker. This is a non-conference affair as Black along the left wing. She will play it forward. Zavekin. Zavekin now firing away. Ernie is there. While this is a non-conference affair, Tornadoes will resume conference play on Saturday. Match versus Mary Baldwin right here at Islamel Family Field, 1 o'clock kickoff. We'll give you a look at the USA South Conference standings in just a moment, where the Tornadoes currently stand. Here's Barker. Emma Murray with an attempt there. Ernie is there. The goalkeeper for Warren Wilson. We've been calling her name a lot. Well, Southern Virginia currently leads the USA South Conference women's soccer standings with a 6-0 record. Methodist 5-1. Meredith 3-1-2, and then just a half game behind Meredith is Brevard 3-2-2. Zavekin with another considerable attack there. And Brevard's got an edge at the moment. 3 points ahead of William Peace. And also 3 points ahead of Greensboro. Mary Baldwin, NC Wesleyan, Salem, and Pfeiffer round out the women's soccer standing. There's a foul in the box. Clock stops. So a yellow card issued there against the Owls defender, and most likely anticipating a penalty kick here for the Tornadoes. Huffman was the player fouled. She's being checked out by athletic trainer Noah Reisig. And it'll be Chiara Porcelli taking the penalty kick for the Tornadoes. Head-to-head against Ernie here. Penalty kick situation for Porcelli. Porcelli will go on the referee's whistle. Penalty kick for the Tornadoes. Porcelli fires, and it's good. Chiara Porcelli with the finish. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 3, Chiara Porcelli. So Porcelli gets the crowd going. The NATO Nation Let's Ride chant. And as we mentioned, the insurance goal makes you relax that much more here in this non-conference game. Want to make sure you got the W in this one, but at the same time, big opportunity to play all sorts of players who haven't seen minutes like this. Several career first starts. Score was 0-0 at halftime, but 2 goals here in the second half. One from Howell, one from Porcelli have made the difference. Looks like a sub getting set to go for Warren Wilson. That's Kira Collins. As clock continues to tick here, NATO's ahead 2-0. Gricewood. Zavekin playing it back. Autumn Wright on that far side. Wright battling. Here's Howell. Gricewood. Back to Howell. Nifty move there by Haley Kenny. Here's Grace Black. Black on the move. Tornadoes hungry for more offensively. Under 16 minutes to play. Gricewood battling for it there now. Played ahead in the direction of Black, and now Black's able to come down with it. Grace Black playing it forward. Here's Zavekin. Zavekin already with an assist to her credit. She's hungry for a goal of her own. Seen her make several compelling runs. Couple subs getting set to go for Warren Wilson. So Abby Mayer checks in for the NATOs. Meanwhile, Angie Small, who we had seen earlier, the junior from St. Louis, has checked back in. Also Kira Collins, also from St. Louis, part of that original starting lineup. Some great youth soccer in St. Louis, Missouri. Traditionally one of the hotbeds for youth soccer, and Warren Wilson able to find homes for Collins and Small. So we're down to 13:35 to play here, half number 2. Tornadoes with a whopping 22-0 shot advantage. A 2-0 advantage in the one statistic that ultimately counts, goals. Here's Black. Black playing it forward. Black once again now brings it down. Now at the 13-minute mark, here's Emily Howe. A night she won't forget, her first collegiate goal. Here's Porcelli. Channing Barker. Grace Black. 2 seniors getting it done. Now another corner kick for the Tornadoes. You see Emily Howe pushing up. It's exactly how she scored before. This time going more near post. Grace Black with the move. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd. And then the goal for the NATOs. 3-0 Tornadoes. It's Chiara Porcelli. So Porcelli's second goal of the night after scoring on a penalty kick. And then the finish there. Porcelli giving the Tornadoes a 3-0 advantage. That much more insurance. And the party starting here at Brevard College. There's several students here. Even though it's fall break, a lot of the student body stuck around. And starting to rock and roll here in the grandstands at Isla Family Field as NATO Nation sensing that we're that much closer to finalizing this victory. 3-0 Tornadoes on top of the Owls. What a second half by the Tornadoes. Two goals by Porcelli. Credit the assist on that second goal from Porcelli from Grace Black. So assist from Black, Zavekin. A big-time performance here by Porcelli in limited minutes. She was a sub midway through the second half, and she's been tremendously productive. Here's Huffman. Huffman, the exciting freshman from Kernersville, North Carolina, Atkins High School. Tornadoes that much closer to trying to get their 8th win of the season, remain undefeated at home. Have just blanked the Owls, who have not attempted a shot through the first 80 minutes of this contest. Here's Grace Black. She made that last goal happen with her passing skills. Now she plays it back to Barker. Barker serves it in.
Number 19 going in for 3 for Warren.
Another sub here for the Owls. Emily Fredrickson checks in for the Owls, sophomore from Berea, Kentucky. Home of Berea College, of course, a longtime foe of the NATOs. Meanwhile, here's Austin Huffman. Huffman continuing to battle. She was taking on about 4 defenders there. She sure attracted a crowd. 8:35 and counting. Another corner kick for the NATOs. See who's taking it on the far side there. Looks like Autumn Wright. Emily Howe has pushed up once again. Porcelli is in the vicinity of the far post. And misplayed there. It's going to be a goal kick for Warren Wilson. Just over 8 minutes to play. What a night for the Tornadoes. What a way to start the week on a Monday evening. Glad you're able to join us. Some of you may have found us because you're tuning in for Tornado Talk, which is typically on Monday nights in this slot. Next Tornado Talk will be 1 week from today, Monday the 23rd of October, 7 p.m. Make sure you check that one out. But the live action always takes the precedent in the world of sports, and we've had exactly that this evening with this women's soccer product. Here's Howell. Haley Kenny lays it off to Barker. Barker with the left foot plays it ahead to Murray. Here's Black. Grace Black serves it into the middle of that penalty box. We're under 7 minutes to play. Right. Abby Mayer. That'll be a Warren Wilson goal kick. Well, Tornadoes with the 3-0 lead. Here's Black. Grace Black. Firing off a shot there, off the post. Oh my, what a shot there by Grace Black. Off that near post, ricocheted in front of the goal area. Tornadoes weren't able to jump on it. Tornadoes looking for their 7th shutout of the season. Just tremendous defensively and with the goalkeeping skills as well. Now under 5 minutes to play. Porcelli with a nice takeaway there. Meanwhile, back the other way, here come the Owls. Trying for a counterattack. Here's Black. Black with a quick turn. Has some real estate ahead of her. Now cut back from Black. Off a Warren Wilson defender and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Tornadoes, Channing Barker. 4:20 to play. Second half. Temperature continuing to drop. Currently 47 degrees. Here's Haley Kenny. Autumn Wright. Abby Mayer. And count it for the Tornadoes. And Abby Mayer with the finish. So Abby Mayer delivers the goal, her 2nd of the season. And just like that, a 4-0 lead, and the party continues at Eyes Lamel Family Field. The NATO Nation Let's Ride chant. .345 and counting here, second half, and Tornadoes now well in control, ahead 4-0. We've seen 2 goals from Porcelli. Goal from Howe. And now a goal from Abby Mayer. Just a sensational showing here in this second half. Just over 3 minutes to play. Here come the Owls, meanwhile. Still looking for their first shot attempt. As Howe takes it away. Here's Grace Black. Tornadoes hungry for more. So 2 goals from Porcelli. 1 goal from Emily Howe. 1 from Abby Mayer. We've seen assist from Michaela Zavekin, Grace Black, and on that most recent goal, credit the assist to Autumn Wright. Meanwhile, corner kick for the NATOs. Just over 2 minutes to play. Ball bounces around that goal mouth. Very dangerous from the perspective of the Warren Wilson defense. Dodging a bullet there. 1:50 to play. Now 95 seconds. Whistle there. It'll be a free kick for Warren Wilson. 4-0 Tornadoes, a 30-0 shot advantage. It's been all BC. One minute remaining, second half. So the final minute of this second half ticking away. And Tornadoes will feel good about this one, taking care of business on a Monday night in non-conference action. So we're down to the final 30 seconds. Abby Mayer, who scored the last goal for the Tornadoes, firing off another attempt. As the clock ticks away, down to 15 seconds. That'll just about do it for us here at Lamel Family Field. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Your final score at Lamel Family Field: Tornadoes 4, Owls 0. Chiara Porcelli with 2 goals. Emily Howe with 1 goal. Abby Mayer with a goal as well. Assists from Michaela Zavekin, Grace Black, and Autumn Wright. Credit the shutout to the goalkeeper, Mackenzie Lozano. Be sure to join us tomorrow night for volleyball at the Boshemer Gymnasium. And then on Saturday, Women's Soccer Senior Day, followed by Men's Soccer Senior Day. It all starts at 1 o'clock right here at Lamel Family Field. Volleyball Senior Day as well on Saturday. So big week ahead for Tornado Athletics. Go to bctornadoes.com for all your score schedules, news, and information. Your final score for the final time here at Lamel Family Field: Tornadoes 4, Owl 0. Have a very pleasant rest of your Monday evening. Go Tornadoes! So a 4-0 victory for Brevard. 2 goals for Porcelli, 1 from a penalty kick. It was great to see her take care of business there. She now has 5 on the season. Emily Howe with her first career goal on a header off a corner kick from Zavekin. So credit the assist to Zavekin on that one. Abby Mayer with a goal. And an assist for Grace Black and Autumn Wright. First career shutout for goalkeeper Mackenzie Lozano, whose orange uniform took care of business, but didn't have to get dirty too much because 0 shots allowed by that Tornado defense. Great job by those defenders. Emily Howe, as well as Gina Drouse, big part of that effort. Olivia Gricewood as well. Lena Hatter in that first half, especially, as a feel-good win here, 4-0 over Warren Wilson. Best of luck to the Owls the rest of this season. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes improved to 8-4-2 on the regular season. Undefeated now at home in 6 matches, 5-0-1. They'll be back in action on Wednesday with the resumption of the Toccoa Falls game. Tornadoes go into that game with a 4-0 lead. Now they got to play the second half, makeup of a game that started back on September the 9th. And then a big one on Saturday. Be sure you're here for the Tornadoes versus Warren. Check that versus Mary Baldwin at Saturday at 1 o'clock. Senior Day festivities as well. Part of a men's and women's doubleheader on Saturday. There's also action with volleyball at the Bosch. And it all adds up to another great week of Brevard College Tornado athletics. Volleyball tomorrow also, if you want to check that out. Come join us in person at the Bosch or check us out right here on this YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe and hit that little bell. That way you'll receive all the notifications when the Tornadoes go live. Want to thank all those behind the scenes. Mauro Alonso, Pietro Moratelli handling the clocks. Justin Spino with production. Our DJ this evening, Shania Hauser. Great job on the ones and twos for the audience here at Lamel Family Field. Also, big thanks to Sports Information Director Joseph Marvin. Well, that'll do it for all of us here at Brevard College, and fun one here at Lamel Family Field on a Monday night. Your final score for the final time: Tornadoes 4, Owls 0. Have a very pleasant rest of your Monday. Go Tornadoes!